What's the motherfucking deal? It's your boy Trey HD, and you are now in tune.
Trey HD.
To this CNN segment on Dennis Rodman. I guess this motherfucker stuck in North Korea, can't get back to the States, bro. Why they doing my man Dennis Rodman like that? You know he been through shit. I'ma start this video right now. I don't even want to wait no longer because this shit is comedy, bro.
You teed up the relevance of Dennis Rodman. We have him joining us on the show. He made his way to Singapore. There he is right now. Good to see you again, my friend. Dennis, can you hear me?
I'm tired. How you doing, guys?
Good. Do you have, what does your hat say?
What's my hat say?
Oh, good. Now I can see it.
Let's
so you
make
have
America great again.
All right.
You got it right there? You got it?
I got it.
So you got on a
so
MAGA.
You made your way to Singapore. How important is this to you? You talked a lot about the prospects for peace when we spoke
My
several
nigga
years
doing
ago.
bath salts,
Did you
bruh.
think this moment would ever come?
Well, in my heart and soul, when I first went to North Korea, I was very honored to
What?
even be selected to go
What
there.
possesses man to go to North
once I went to
Korea?
North Korea, I was,
You got all these
didn't
other
really
countries.
understand what the
Like, why North
situation was
Korea?
as far as being over there. And when I first met
Look at
Kim
these
and
niggas,
him,
man.
I was more like, I didn't know what to expect. You know, I didn't know who
And
he
you
was.
know
I didn't know
Dennis
what he
Rodman's
represented. I didn't know
flexible
if
as
he
shit.
was someone important, but I knew something was going on. But
He gotta be
once I
flexible
got
as
familiar
shit, man.
with the culture and the situation over there, I got really used to being there. I felt like I was at home.
Now, you know both men. You've spent time with the North Korean leader. You've spent
Bro.
time with Donald Trump. How do you think the two men size up in terms of how they might get along?
Well, I think the fact that Donald Trump would understand the fact that the people of North Korea have a heart, they have soul,
Okay,
charisma,
okay.
and they love each other. And I think the fact that Kim
This ain't
Jong-un
got
and his
this ain't got nothing to do with
understands
Koreans or
that.
North
I
Koreans,
think that President
South
Trump should
Korea.
understand the
This
fact
ain't
that
got nothing to do
the
with
reason why,
that. This is strictly
the
about
marshal
Dennis
of North
Rodman.
Korea, respects Dennis Rodman, the fact that he trusts me. And I gave him something for his birthday.
There's some fruity shit going on
And
here,
I thought I
though.
couldn't
If
pull
y'all
this
can't
off.
see that,
And I said to him,
nothing
on
against
his
niggas
the
who
day before his
fruity,
birthday, I said, I'm gonna give you a
who
present.
play for the other team,
And he said, what is that? I
but
said,
there's
I'm gonna bring a
definitely
basketball
some
team,
some
professional
foul play.
basketball team to you. He said, can you do that? I said, yes, I can. Even though I knew I couldn't do it, I said, if I fail now, it's gonna be a problem. So
Bro.
basically, I got a lot of people together. I got Popcorn here, help me out, my sponsor. Thanks to those guys. And it happened, and Kim
Fuck,
Jong-un
this
came
nigga
to
got
me
on
and said,
girl
"Dennis, you know
shades,
what?
bro.
This is the first time
He
someone's
got on my
ever
grandma's shades,
ever
bro.
kept their
Hell
word
no.
to me and my country." And I looked at him, I always got emotional, but I said, wait a minute, hold on.
Why you got that fucking hat on, Dennis?
Someone's never kept their word to you and your country? He said, yes, this is the first
Dennis,
time someone's ever
what the fuck, bro?
suggested that. And I came through, and I think that he really appreciated that, the fact that he's not normally hearing someone that's trustworthy. And I think that country is normally hearing people that's always lying, deceitful, and not trustworthy. And I think that if Trump goes
There's
in
a
there
lot
with
of
great
countries
heart,
out there like
with
that,
his heart
Dennis.
on the table, and let Kim Jong-un see him, really emotional as far as like speaking to him. It ain't got to be about war. It ain't got to be about hatred or what happened in the future or in the past.
Nah,
or the
this shit
past. I'm sorry, the past. We'll move on to the future.
It get worse than
and I've
this.
told people about Kim Jong-un. He's all
Kim
about the
Jong-un.
21st century. He's trying to progress his country. And Donald Trump is going to do a great job. Is try to reach out
Hell
and make sure
no.
our hands, Americans, our hands are always open, because as Americans, we have let so many people around the world join us to be happy in one country. That's the United States. And now we have really put ourselves on a line to reach out to North Korea, and they've been so gracious to me, my family, and the United States. So let's make this happen. If Trump can pull this off,
Look at this nigga's
more
face.
power to
Look
him.
at
Dennis,
Look at
did
the white
Kim
boy's
reach
face,
out to you,
man.
or any
He
of his
like-
people reach out to
he
you?
tried not to laugh, I
President's
could
people,
tell.
Anybody reach out to you for insight into the other side?
Well, you know what? I've talked to those guys last 5 years.
Which guys?
And I talked I talked to Kim Jong-un and an administration over there 5 years ago. And
The
he
way he's
asked me
saying
5
his
years ago, we
name,
sat down
man,
for
it's like
lunch.
he familiar with
And
this
he sat
nigga.
down and asked me, hey, Dennis,
They
I
like
would like to ask
this.
you 3 things. If you go back to tell the President of the United States these 3 things, and I would be willing to talk to him. And this is a true story, and I got my people here that was there that heard the conversation. He said,
This nigga's in
things
Singapore. He
like,
can't even get back to the
if they
States.
can move the ships back
He's a
from South
prior.
Korea, I would do what I have to do to listen. If you can move certain things or do certain things, I will listen.
His PR had
My
him
ears
wear
will
that
be
MAGA
open.
hat though.
And I
That's
tried
for
to do that
damn
to Obama.
sure.
And
He's trying to
Obama
get
didn't
back in the
even give me the
country.
time of day. I asked him, I said, I have something to say from North Korea. He just brushed me off. But that didn't deter me. I still
He
kept
attacking
going back. I kept
Obama
going
with
back.
this
I kept
shit,
going
bro.
back.
Dennis
I showed my
confused.
loyalty and my
But
trustworthy to this
nigga,
country.
look at this
And I
man.
said to everybody, I said,
He
the
breaking a
door
whole
will
sweat.
open.
I remember you
He
saying
breaking
it.
a whole
I remember you saying it. Let me ask you
sweat.
something. Does
Like,
Kim understand English, Dennis?
This shit.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. When I said those things,
He's breaking
When
a
I said
whole
those damn
fucking
things,
sweat.
when I went back home,
He crying now.
I got
Oh
so many
shit, he's
death
crying.
threats. I got
He's
so
crying.
many death threats when I was sitting there protecting everything. And I believed in North Korea. When I went home, I couldn't even go home. I couldn't even go
Nigga.
home. I had to hide out for 30 days.
Bruh.
I couldn't
For
even go
30
home.
days. I couldn't go
I kept my head
home.
up high, brother. I knew things were going to change. I knew it. I was the only one. I never had no one to hear me. I didn't know one had to see me. But I took those bullets. I took all that. I took everything. Everyone
you was taking
came
slugs?
at me, and I'm still standing. And today is a great day for everybody. Singapore, Tokyo, China, everything. It's a great day.
It is a great
I'm
day.
here to
This
see
is a
it.
historic day.
I'm so happy.
You were saying to me years
He
ago
like
that you
the
thought
he on
this
his
would
Martin
happen.
Luther King shit.
And I want to let you be ready for me to ask you
He's on
another
his,
question. I know you're very
African American,
emotional
North
about this.
Korean Martin Luther King
This is
shit.
what I want to know. I want to know. Well, you're an emotional
Tears
guy.
of
You
joy,
feel very
man.
deeply
Tears
about
of
things.
joy.
People who've been around you
Right.
understand that.
Right.
Why did you feel so strongly that you needed to make something happen for North Korea? There's so many places you could have gone in the world that have, a much easier path to peace than North Korea, given the record of human rights abuses.
I need his
and
drugs,
other
yo.
practices
I
of
need
this
what he's
despotic regime. But you
smoking.
chose North Korea. Why?
Well, I feel like I said, I was very naive when I went over there. I didn't understand and expect all the things I was getting when I went over there. They said, "Do you realize what you was doing, Dennis, when you went over there?" I said, "No." I thought it was just another one of those things. I was just doing some charity event. I knew nothing about North Korea. I just thought I was going to
boy.
play basketball and just treat the people and be happy. And that was
Dennis,
it.
can you
But it
still
turned out to be
hoop
so
at
much
this
more
point?
bigger than what I thought. And I felt the fact that, just listen to the people, seeing the kids, seeing the people.
I need a
there,
beer. That's
just
for damn
meeting
sure
the
after watching
regime,
this shit.
Kim Jong-un and the
This
whole
nigga blew my
marshals
high
and
with
everybody.
all this crying and shit.
I just felt like I just fell in love with the country from day one. And I feel like that, I guess I owe it to myself, and the people around the world. You know what? I'm not in here. I'm not in this for no money. I never started it for no money. This is not about Dennis Rodman being the greatest person in the world to lead these two people together. It has nothing to do with that. I just wanted to see it get done so we all can live good together.
Well, here's the
No
first
hatred.
day.
No more hatred.
Here's
After all the
first day. Let's
bullshit,
see
he
where
brought it
goes. Let me ask
together.
you something. You talk
After
about
all that
speaking
bullshit,
with Kim Jong-un.
he
Does
kind of brought it.
understand or speak English?
And one thing about him, though, I always said about him, he's more like a big kid, even though he's small.
Nigga
He's more like a
son,
big kid, but he loves to have a good
girlfriend,
time.
boyfriend, something.
And,
Them niggas
and I was
on
saying
something
last night or this
weird,
morning that he was going around taking selfies and stuff like that. And I was saying that this guy wants to be around the world. He wants to come to America. He wants to enjoy his life. He wants his people to enjoy his life. But I think that the fact that he doesn't have the tools, and maybe the politics of this whole meeting is just going to happen. I think this is going to change a lot. And I hope the fact that President Trump can understand, knowing that Kim is trying to reach
Well,
out
that's
and
the big
trying to
question,
get in the
Dennis.
21st century.
That's the big question. I want to ask you about that in a second, but let me just get an answer to this. Do you think he speaks or understands English?
Well, I think he understands bits and pieces. If you talk about basketball, yes, he understands that.
So you think it's about what he wants to talk about? Do you think he's studied English?
I can say one thing. I think people know that Kim Jong-un is not a dumb man.
So
I think he's understand from his grandfather and his father. I think that
you
he's
just
trying
know
to
this
protect his
nigga.
people.
Like y'all grew up
He's trying to
together.
protect his honor and his and everything that has to
He
do
talk
with his
about
country.
this motherfucker
But,
like
like
they
I said,
grew up
that's
together.
respect.
Like he know him
That's
his
respect.
whole life.
Nothing's
Shit.
going to happen overnight. It's going to take time.
100%.
If Kim
100%.
Jong-un and Donald Trump understand that, if they understand the fact that if we just sit there and have a smooth, a comfortable relationship, smile, laugh, joke a little bit, okay, great. It ain't got to be war. It's got to be something that everyone can be comfortable about.
Right.
And I know this meeting is going to be a great meeting.
Well, that's the hope, Dennis.
This
We'll see
nigga,
where
boy.
it goes. It had a good start. They did the handshake. There was good body language. They said the right things. You know, it's all perfunctory at this part. It's the opening ceremony, and we'll see what happens when we start getting reports about the actual policy negotiations. But you talk about the Kim Jong-un side and North Korea side. Did you
Come
hear
on,
from the
boy.
White House at all today?
Well, yes, I did. But, and the good thing about it, yes, Donald Trump reached out. He called his secretary, and she called me and said, Dennis, Donald Trump is so proud of you. He thanks you a lot. And that means a lot. You know, because
Something
after
wrong
all
with
these
this
years, the
nigga.
fact that
That's the only
I,
conclusion I could come to at this
somewhat
point.
has
I
something
mean,
to do
I
with
know
this
his
North
heart's in the
Korea
right
situation,
place.
but I don't want to take
I
any
think it's
credit
in the right
where
place.
credit's due. I think we
Dennis
all
Rodman,
need to take credit. And I'm
you need a
just
straight
here. I'm just so
jacket,
thankful
some
to
milk,
be
and a
here.
helmet, my
I'm
nigga.
glad the fact that this is
'cause
happening. The
you on
world saw
that
it. I saw it. My
bullshit
kids saw it.
for real.
So you know what? It's just hope for the best. We don't need a
Is
miracle.
this nigga
We
even
don't
in the
need a
Hall of
miracle.
Fame? Like, what the
We just need the
fuck?
doors to be open so we can start
I know the
fresh
NBA's
and
like,
make this a better
why?
place in the world, baby.
Like,
That's
what are
it.
you doing?
Well, look, sometimes it does take a miracle. I mean, you know, you're dealing with some really tough things on the table.
Where the fuck
here.
Jordan
You
at? I know
that you've
Jordan,
had good
like-
experiences with the leader of North Korea, and this is a nice moment. I'm not
Really,
looking to
my
get into
nigga?
it again, but you know now things you didn't know then. There's a lot of violence.
Right.
There's a lot of negativity, and it all stems from your friend, the ruler of North Korea. You know, this man isn't all selfies and smiles. He's responsible for the deaths and hardship of a lot of people. How can you be sure he wants something better than what he is right now?
Well, as we know, Chris, the fact that I'm not a politician.
I'm not even.
I'm not sitting here trying to fight the fact that
This
I'm
ain't
on
gonna
his
be a
side
political
24/7.
channel, by the
I'm
way.
doing everything right to say the right
This shit
things
is comedy,
to make him look
though.
like a better
Like,
man, a better person.
look at this
I've
nigga
never been
Dennis
like
Rodman,
that.
like-
I've always been like down the middle. Here
Look
it
at
is,
this nigga Dennis
He's a
Rodman.
good friend to me.
My man
That's what I look at. I don't see the politics
used to
of this
lead
whole
the
situation.
league
I
in
don't wanna see that. I want
rebounds.
to
Used
see
to be
to
that
go away.
nigga.
I want us to see
A
us
junkyard dog.
have
He was a
handshake, have
junkyard
smile,
dog, bro.
have
He
have
was a bad
glass of iced
motherfucker
tea.
in the league.
Just
He
talk to
was
each other
feared.
friendly. I don't need to worry about
He
the
was a
war
front
stuff
court
and all the
threat.
stuff that's going on. I don't know
To
anything
see
about
him
that. I just want to do one thing: bring sports to North Korea and try to
turn into
bring
this
that
weird
connection with us
shit.
to North Korea. That's it, sports.
I mean, he was always
Everything else should be
weird,
Donald Trump's hands
but
and people in the White House hands. I'm out of it.
What
I'm just
the
so happy just to
fuck
be
is
here,
going
man,
on,
and to see
D-Rod?
everyone in the world get emotional like I did, cry to see it really, really happen. And Donald Trump should take a lot of credit for this because he went out the box and made this happen. So anyway, so I want to say one more thing before I leave. Can I say one more thing?
no,
Say
nigga, you
whatever
can't.
want. Go ahead.
Okay, so can I thank some people, though?
You said
Wow,
enough,
can I
bro.
thank some people?
Yeah, go ahead. But let me ask you something. Don't go on a whole tour about it, but I want to ask you something else. But thank
White buddy
somebody
having
if
a
you wanna
good
thank him. Go
time.
ahead, Dennis.
He like he gonna go back and tell his whole fucking
All
family
right, so,
about
I
this
just
shit.
think, all the good people that's really still stood by me, Darren Prince, Bo, all the guys that went with me to North Korea. I'm thinking Chuck Daly, I'm thinking Phil Jackson, I'm thinking Jeannie Buss, I'm thinking, Pete Giannopoulos, I'm thinking Eddie Vedder, the Pro Jam, everybody that supported me through all these things. So, I think my kids, they still with me after all these years.
I know
all the
his
things I've
kids
done up
is
and down,
like,
they still with me.
Dad, stop.
I just want to thank everybody, man. And plus, you know what? I'm thinking these guys that
I told my dad to shut the
that
fuck
supported
up.
me through this whole venture.
I got you. We see the shirt there. Goes. You got a good outfit. You got Trump on the top. You got popcorn on the bottom. Let me ask you one more thing. You think there's any chance that you might have a role in this process? Has anybody reached out to you or given you reason to believe that whether it's the North Koreans or it's the Americans, that they may reach out to you as some type of resource here, something that is part of this mix going forward?
Well, you know what? Like I said, that's not my job. I wish that the fact that people would quit putting me in that title role, the fact that I should be involved with this whole politics stuff. I just want to be involved with the sports aspect. And if they can use me in that direction, maybe I can have some type of common sense to shine some light on what's really going on in North Korea. If Trump want to come ask me about certain things, he'll probably figure it out today. And I hope
Trump
he does.
is
But
not
if he
gonna
wanna
ask you for shit.
one-on-one, I'm willing to do
One,
it.
you're black.
So, like I
Two,
said, I know
you're
a lot of
black.
things,
3, you're black.
But like I said, this is Trump and Kim Jong-un's day. This is the world's day. It's not my day. I just came here because I wanted to see face to face.
Unless it pertains to niggas,
so thank
he
you
not
guys for
asking
having
for
me
shit.
on in the world. Thank you guys. I'm gonna do more important things down the road. Please.
Well, Dennis,
step behind me. Be
good.
behind me.
Dennis, it is good to see you. I'm glad you are well. I know that you're
Get this
on
nigga
your
off
own journey.
CNN.
Stay healthy. Stay happy.
We got kids
And
in internment
please
camps
let
and
us know
shit,
what you find out
man.
about this process.
Get this
It's good to
motherfucker
see you,
off.
Dennis Rodman, in Singapore.
I had to do a
Thank
reaction
you, brother.
video.
All right.
All right, brother.
Jim Clapper, we're looking at the
Bruh.
moments earlier. It is bizarre, to say the least.
So-
But here I am.
Yeah, man. That was Dennis Rodman losing his motherfucking wig on CNN. But yeah, Dennis Rodman lost his motherfucking wig. Moral of this fucking segment is bath salts are a hell of a drug. It's your boy, Trey motherfucking HD. Like, share, subscribe my shit, man. This is the culture. One love.